Hey traders, this is Shegun Chat 247. I train traders how to trade in harmony with the market. So we are looking at gold and euro US dollar this afternoon. Let's just clean this chart. I'm going to do the 1 hour on the gold first. So basically, I did a live yesterday. We've been selling prices, giving us short burst to the downside, retracement, short burst to the downside, and retracement. What I want to show us in this code is the this move here. Okay, that's the valid pullback 012 higher momentum low, then price gave us 013. Okay, 4 is not complete. So the reason I'm saying this is this is just a lower, this is just a higher low. Okay, in order for the 4 to be a valid structure like this two, we need to see a break below here. And when that will happen, we don't know. Okay, so in order for the 5, that's basically the way we look at the price. Okay, the wave structure helps us to know where we are. Therefore, anytime we have an unfinished business like this and we are seeing price against that area, automatically our trade is to is to look to sell against that counter move, because we believe, based on the way price behaves, that there should be a lower low below here before we can see a sustained rally to complete the wave structure. Okay, so that is the gold. If I look at this on the MetaTrader, I like to use the 5 and 15 minutes chart. So this is the 15 minutes chart. We've got our wave of success semaphore on the chart, and you can see this is 0, 1, 3, and this is exactly what I'm showing to you here. Look at this. Nothing here, and we have a structure here which is not valid. Okay, so if I'm going to count the wave now, let's count the wave. The lines we can see are the true, you can see it's not looking like a normal zigzag. Okay, it's called the structural bypass. We want to bypass the, basically we filter the invalid lower highs and higher lows. So we move any point we see here is a valid momentum point. Okay, so price is coming down, as you can see. So once we see two consecutive lows like this, that means we don't need to think about, we don't even need to guess. That means price is coming down. Before we can think about buying, price has to break above here. Okay, because that means two data point has been broken to the upside. Currently we've seen the pullback and we are seeing a move to the downside. For us, the structure that I was pointing out before, I think is this. Let's just check it again. I need that price. That structure is 416250, 416250. Okay, so we're going to do that here. 416250. Okay, so that will be the area that we're going to be looking to buy. Okay, I've spent a couple of too long on the gold. Let's look at the euro US dollar. Euro, we are trying to sell the euro. We've been actually selling the euro slightly. Okay, and as you can see, we have a move up to the upside, one lower low, lower high, higher low, 1, 2, 3. This 4 has given us a trend changing pattern. We saw this morning that price actually broke higher in the euro. What we are expecting is, because this is the first momentum low, in this sequence, price is likely to break the high. However, with what we can see here, if we go to, let's look at the smaller time frame. We've seen the first break to the upside this morning. That was a very strong push to the upside. They managed to pin this last structure that made this momentum low. Okay, so we can say this is the first momentum high. Therefore, the best area to look for buying opportunity of the euro will be at the low here. Okay, we'll check this low. This is not a structure, because what we are trying to find is a momentum low. Okay, we don't have a structure here. Let me check. I can't say we don't if I haven't checked the price. The low of this candle is 1.16276. The low of this one is 1.16276. So that's a double bottom there. Interesting. So these two lows are equal lows. Okay, I'm not going to take it serious. Okay, they are not something everybody know. Double bottom, double top. Okay, so don't fool yourself about being thin. There's more to the downside here. We're not going to put too much um importance on the double bottom. Okay, then we have here 0 1 2. Okay, now we have a better reference point. This here is a better reference. Actually, I'm going to delete that one there. Here is your better reference, that one there, because we have a structure there. Okay, and they need to break the structure. If they break this place and we start to see 2-3 candles back above that break, that is a valid buy. Okay, the best zone, because this is a bullish market. Okay, and we've seen this almighty pullback on the 1-hour chart that became a crazy trend on on the 5-minute chart. It is still part of the bullish wave structure. This is a trend changing pattern 4, 3, 4, then we should see 5. The another thing that I want to say is this. Okay, another thing I want to say is this. This could be the end of it. If price should break this low, the euro is going to capitulate. And I'm saying that because this move this morning, if we look at this, let's break this area down. I'm going to use the line, and this is very important for those that trade euro. Okay, I'm doing this analysis because I'm trading euro this week as well. So this here is a higher low. We made a higher high followed by a higher low, and we made a high. So we have a higher high here already. Price pinned down yesterday. Okay, then this morning we have another higher high. This high satisfied the wave structure that is qualified to be a momentum high. So we can call this high 4, trend changing pattern, I3, sorry, this I as 3 in the sequence that was coming up. Then a trend changing pattern 0 1 2 3 4, it actually completed itself. Then a failure to make a higher momentum high, they made a lower momentum high, and this will be counted as 5. So if this price should come and break this low, they're not going back up. This thing is going to continue lower. Okay, and we have a couple of momentums here, and we have the break here. Okay, so it's very important. The euro is tricky, it's very technical. That is why all these levels are very important. We need to be able to interpret them, look at them for what they are, and try to find meaning to it. That's why I always use the MetaTrader, because I, I have my tools here that I can use to see what is going on the chart. Okay, and as you can see, we already have break of 2 two momentum lows down in the euro. This was the high that I was referring to yesterday. Okay, this is the high. Let me remove the bypass so we can see the price. Okay, and that is the momentum high, and as you can see, it's very clear. Momentum low, momentum high. We've seen a pullback structure. After a momentum, there will be structure and there will be momentum. Be very careful with the euro. Okay, we will keep an eye on this area that I pointed out on the chart here. Not this one. This is not significant. This one is significant. Okay, and I think that should be good enough for us, as in terms of the picture in the euro and the gold today and tomorrow, the 11th of December 2025. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. This is a quick one. My name is Segun Chat 247. I hope to see you in the next video. God bless.